So NFC North, what are we starting with the Packers here? Obviously, we all know what the biggest question is surrounding the Packers, and it's their kicking situation. It isn't, but it kind of is because Mason Crosby's gone and they drafted a kicker. But it's Jordan Love. Look, Aaron Rodgers obviously gone after 15 years as a starter and 18 seasons in Green Bay. And Jordan Love is such an unknown commodity. I mean, we're talking about someone who's only made one start in 3 years. Now you're throwing him to the Wolves. He's got to fend them off, and he's got to be good right away. And the thing is, the Packers haven't put a ton around him when you talk about the receivers. I mean, look, this receiving corps could be very, very talented in 2023, but they're young. We don't know how good they are. They're going to have possibly 3 starters who are all drafted in the past 13 months. We're talking about Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Jaden Reed. So, it's not just Jordan Love that lacks the experience. It's the guys he's throwing the ball to. So he's going to have to build up chemistry with those guys. And so there's no guarantee this offense is going to be any good. And so Jordan Love is going to have to be good coming out of the gate. I mean, we talked about Bryce Young and how there is wiggle room for him to maybe struggle a little bit. The Panthers still to be good. It doesn't feel that way with the Packers. If they go out in week 1 and lose to the Bears, fans there are going to be crying that the sky is falling for that team. So definitely Jordan Love here.
Brinson, let me ask you this, because I actually sort of disagree with Breech here. Who do you have more faith in offensively, just the offensive playmakers and the offensive line, the entire offense? The Falcons or the Packers?
Oh, so you're including just
the offenses. Like if you had to field an offense, who do you want?
I think the Packers have a lower floor and a higher ceiling, and I would probably roll the dice with that because they are closer to having the quarterback.
Now I feel bad for agreeing with Brinson. That's where I am. I'm not worried about because Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs came along after Aaron Rodgers yelled at him for the first 2 months of the season.
The skill position guys for Atlanta are better,
but I have a little more receivers. Jordan Love.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is the Packers. I know Aaron Rodgers was to say he was basically done, but they could have said we're going to go with him. They could have said, all right, we don't think Jordan Love is ready. We're going to go with Aaron Rodgers this year and ride out this contract and just let him be pissed off and not show up for training camp or OTAs.
The other thing I'd mention quickly is that they drafted 2 tight ends, and I think that's going to be sort of the security blanket in the middle of the field. Breech. I get what you're saying, and everyone's on the Lions, myself included. But I feel like we're sort of, sounds stupid to say, sort of sleeping on Jordan Love and the Packers. But to your point, if he sucks, it doesn't matter. If he's average, they'll compete.
Rodgers went 6-10 in his first year too, though, for whatever it's worth.
Well, yeah, and if he's average, they'll compete because they're in the NFC North. They're not playing in the AFC.
The NFC is doo-doo, bro.
Yeah,
doo-doo.
Jordan Love could be the 3rd best quarterback in the conference by the end of the year for all we know.
Holy cow.
That's
not in the NFC.
That's not that crazy. That's not that crazy a statement.